Hey everyone, welcome to Aaron's Dollhouse. So today we are going to be taking a trip to the land of Pixie Hollow, and I am very excited to finally do this review and unboxing. This is a very special set to me that I'm so excited to share with you guys. But so this is going to be, it's actually from around when the movie came out back in 2008, the movie Tinkerbell. Disney Store ended up coming out with a line of dolls for the Disney Fairies collection around that time. So it included Tinkerbell and then like all of her like main friends, I guess you would say, like the main ones, because it's like her and like four of her friends. Technically, she has more than that, but these are like kind of just like the specific ones that you like see in all the like imagery and everything for the Disney fairies, just like the ones that everybody mostly knows of. Um, so, yes, this is a set of 5 dolls. I have the entire set, and I'm excited to share how I was able to actually get this set. So, right now I do have Tinkerbell right here. And then I do have all the other girlies that you see here on the back of the box. And then, like I said, this is from the Disney Store. So, I was actually able to, I had been looking, like ever since I found out this set existed, I've been looking everywhere to try to get all of them all at once. But of course, very hard. Most people are just selling them like individually. And then finally, I found the seller who was selling all 5 of them. And I was gonna say, quick story about that. She actually, she's such a sweetheart. But she actually is one of the producers for the film. Um, so she has like a bunch of like Tinkerbell Disney Fairies related stuff. Just because she was part of all the production and things for the film, also for the merchandise. She apparently also even worked on some of the production designs and everything for the Pixie Hollow section that used to exist inside the parks. That unfortunately no longer exists. But yeah, so I was able to get all 5 of these girlies from her. I am so excited to share these with you. I made a post a while ago on Instagram about it, and it's like I was wanting to make the video then, but literally that was like while we were in the process of like house hunting and all the chaos and all that. So we're finally doing it now. But if any of you guys love the Disney fairies just as much as I do, I'm a big fan. I've literally seen all of the Tinkerbell films. Still mad that we never got one where Tink meets Pan, but it's okay. It's not okay. Disney, take notes. We need to make that movie. We did actually have a movie where she met Captain Hook, so that was interesting. But yeah, so that is what these are today. We are going to go ahead and just get started because, like I said, we've got 5 dolls to get through. But I did just want to briefly talk about like the packaging. Like, hello? These boxes, I know these are Playline dolls, but these are so beautiful. Like, the packaging is so pretty. Like, to the point that I'm an out-of-box collector, but there was definitely debate of me leaving them in the box, but I want to take them out. So plus, now that I have a doll room, we got limited shelf space, and I can't display things in their boxes. I don't have that shelf space, we're gonna be honest. So we're gonna take them out. I will definitely be keeping the packaging though, because it is very beautiful, and it kind of, to me, like reminds me kind of similar to like the style of like the limited edition boxes. I know that's like very far-fetched to say, but I don't know, I love these boxes, especially like with the little bow and everything, and I just love the leaves on top. It's very pretty, and then the Disney Fairies logo. But yeah, all of them have the same packaging. It's just, it says their names on it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get them out of their boxes, and let's talk about these beautiful Disney Fairies dolls. All right, and here they are, looking absolutely gorgeous. Let me tell you though, goodness, those boxes are pretty tricky to get open. There's a lot of components of trying to like get them open, but we did it. We got them all unboxed. So let's talk about all of these beautiful ladies individually. And starting off, we have our girl Tinkerbell here, looking absolutely fabulous. The one thing I will say that I'm not the biggest fan of is how they cut her bangs. Like, it's a little wild. But other than that, she is so cute. So you can see that her hair has been done up in like a big puffy bun. The blonde in her hair is a little bit more like yellow instead of like actual natural blonde, which is something that they definitely did do a lot with the Disney Fairies version of Tinkerbell from what I've seen. Her wings are like a clear plastic with a glitter design on them. And then she does have these beautiful blue eyes with like a glittery eyeshadow above them, and then kind of a reddish lip. Now, this face mold that is for Tinkerbell is actually a face mold that they use specifically for the Disney Fairies Tinkerbells. The regular like Disney store Tinkerbell actually has a completely separate face mold. The actual like outfit itself is such nice quality. So we have this kind of, I don't know what this material is, but it is so nice. Like it's textured and it's very beautiful and it's very soft. Honestly, quality that we just don't get anymore, unfortunately. As you can see, they don't have articulation really in their arms other than like the basic articulation, which is fine. Again, these dolls were made back in 2008. And then just look at these beautiful like leaf pieces that have like glitter going all around them. I just love how they did this. And then there's this like other fabric underneath that's very sparkly and iridescent, and wow, I just, again, that quality. And then she does actually have like tights on, which is really cool. I think that's a really nice touch. She does have green flats with her little puffs on them. And yes, it does look like they finally dried. So unfortunately, I guess it was like due to the age. The whatever adhesive they used to like put them on the shoes, it finally just gave out and they just came off. But I super glued them back on, and yeah, it looks like they are all good to go now. So continuing on our way to the back, now you can kind of see how the wings are actually fastened. So the wings have like a Velcro piece that sticks to the back of the bodice. So that is how it is fastened. But because of how the wings are, see, I actually have to have the stand like around, you know, like their leg instead of their waist. So had to get a little creative with that. We also have this beautiful fabric flower. I don't know if you can see it here. It's kind of hard to see on camera. And then these little bits here that like hang from the back, I don't know what their purpose are, but it's so cute. I really love it. It's like an extra added detail that wasn't really necessary, but they added it anyway. But yeah, I think she is super cute. I really do love her a lot. So let's move on to the next one. So our next one here is Miss Rosetta. So Rosetta, she is a garden fairy for those who don't know. But as you can see here, she has this gorgeous red hair. Like it's very red hair, almost like Ariel red. And then she has like a reddish tint to her wings. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but she does have a reddish tint. And then she has these beautiful like gray kind of silverish eyes with, again, sparkly eyeshadow above, and then a very dark red lip. We can see here her bodice is kind of this, like, it is definitely a red tone. And then I was going to say we kind of have like some sparkly thread that kind of goes into it. I love the way that it kind of like, you know, sits right here. And then we have these beautiful red petals with glitter on them. And then we have a little clear sparkly petticoat underneath, which is super, super nice. I love the way that hers is put together. Very much so supposed to be kind of like a flower, which makes sense because she's a garden fairy. And then moving down, we do have more clear tights on her as well. Again, a nice touch. And then she also has like little kind of orangish red flats. Now, again, I don't know why they decided to make all their feet flat. I think that's very interesting. Usually they give fairies pointed toes, but again, it was from 2008, so that's, I guess, is what they were doing back then. But making our way around, now we can kind of see how her hair is like pulled back into these like twisted pieces, and it is styled very, very nicely. I love her hair. It's very soft too. It's very, very nice. Very vibrant, but yeah. And every piece from the front of her outfit just kind of continues on to the back, which is very, very nice. But yeah, that is Rosetta. All right, and then our next fairy here on the list, we have Fawn. And Fawn is an animal fairy, again, for those who don't know. But yeah, she works with all the animals and all of the little woodland creatures. But she is absolutely gorgeous. I love the way they did her. It looks like her wings are more of like a clear color. And then up at the top in her hair, she does have these little leaves that are attached into the top of her braid. She has this cute little side bang that swirls upwards like that. I just love the way that they did this. It's so, so adorable. She has brown eyes with kind of a goldish eyeshadow above, which is really nice. And then she's got these cute little freckles. And then she has a very nude colored lip. So it's kind of more natural for her, which makes sense. She's more of a natural kind of girl. And then she has her hair styled in this beautiful side braid. The bodice is kind of an orange kind of color. Very, very like shiny, very iridescent. And then there is like a little bit of ribbon going around the bottom of it. And then she has, so I was going to say her leaves. I love, again, this fabric that they did. So this fabric, it kind of feels a little bit more almost like fur. And then she's got like this kind of like trim at the top as well. And then again, glitter going down the leaves. But see, hers is different because it's not just a skirt. She also has pants underneath, which are really, really nice. Again, kind of more like the fabric here for the pants. And then they did like this glitter detailing around the bottom of them. And then she has these orange flats, which are really cute. But yeah, that is Fawn. And then also just to take a look real quick at the back, same dealio where the wings attach, and you can see that the leaves in the back are also the same fabric. But yeah, I love the way they did her. She is so, so cute, and she's styled very, very nicely. All right, and then for our next one here on the list, we have Iridessa, which is my girl who is voiced by Raven Simone in the film. And she is a light fairy, so she harnesses the powers of all the sun and everything related to light and, you know, just creating those beautiful, like, rainbows and everything that we see. She does do the, I was going to say, well, the light helps with the rainbows, but she also needs help from the water fairies to be able to create them. But yeah, so she is a light fairy, like I said. Her wings have kind of a yellowish tone to them. It's kind of hard to see on camera, but they definitely do. She kind of has like goldish brown eyes, again with a kind of a goldish eyeshadow. And then her hair is done up in a bun with micro braids, which is really, really cool. So that adds a lot of texture to it. She also has a nude lip, so very natural. And then we can see here she has a crop top. So we've got this trim at the top that's kind of more of a gold, then yellow underneath. And then these clear little petal pieces that are on the sleeves and then also on the bottom of the crop top. And then we have this beautiful skirt, again with that kind of goldish trim right here. And then more of those like clear petals. And then it just kind of goes down. And we have this beautiful, again, kind of goldish color with the yellow underneath. And then a very sparkly trim and threading within the gown. I just love the way that this looks. And then she has very pale yellow flats. So yeah, very, very cute. Just taking a quick look at the back. So you can see that all that fabric does continue around. Even the clear petals continue around as well. There we go. But yeah, it looks very, very nice. I just love all the different like fabrics and textures that they used for these like dresses. But again, that is Iridessa. And then making our way, we have Silvermist. So kind of like I was mentioning the water fairies before, that is what she is. If you didn't know, she is a water fairy. So she harnesses all the powers of water, like rain, everything. So everything water related. And she is absolutely gorgeous. So this one is actually one of my favorites of her friends. I just love her design. I love how she's done. She's so, so beautiful. As you can see, she kind of has a bluish tone to her wings. I don't know if that's picking up on camera. I do apologize, but it is a bluish tone. She has beautiful long black hair. So, so long. I love how long and beautiful her hair is. It's also very, very soft. She obviously does have blue eyes and then has a sparkly kind of clearish eyeshadow on top. She kind of has more of like, I'd say a brown colored lip. And then I was gonna say, so we have kind of this like palish kind of blue right here with this like blue trim going on the top of it. And then we have it kind of like draped down here, almost kind of like a waterfall, if that makes sense. I just, I love the way that they did her dress. It's so, so pretty. And yeah, I was gonna say, and then also they hemmed all of this with this kind of iridescent, like sparkly threading. It looks so, so good. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. And then she does have blue flats to go with her dress. And then looking at the back of her hair, I don't know if you can tell, but she does have blue highlights within her black hair, which is really, really pretty. Oh, I love how the camera's picking it up right now. So, so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And you can just really see how long that hair is, kind of like I was saying. But yeah, it is so, so beautiful. She has such a gorgeous head of hair. And then all of that fabric from the front is continuing on to the back. The draping does not, but I don't think it did in the original movie either. So that's totally fine. But I love, 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 love this dress. And she is so, so gorgeous. And again, this is Silvermist. But hey, that is pretty much it for this review of this Disney fairy set with Tinkerbell and all of her friends. And it is such a cute set of dolls. They did so good with all the details. And honestly, I really do truly wish that they were still doing that same level of details with the dolls, because these were playline dolls, like I mentioned earlier. And it's crazy to think that, they had as many like pieces of fabric and layers and just so many different things that unfortunately they just don't do now, especially when they're trying to do like textures and things. Usually it does end up with like printed fabrics. So I don't know, it is what it is. Um, but yeah, I just they're so beautiful, and I'm so happy to have them in my collection. And yeah, I was gonna say they are kind of hard to find too, from what I can see. But again, I am very lucky that I was able to find all of them and buy them all at once to make life easier. But other than that, that is pretty much it for this video. Again, like I said, guys, I really hope you did enjoy the review and seeing all the different Disney fairies. Um, if any of you guys really enjoyed those films, or like even played like Pixie Hollow online, or just loved, Tinkerbell and all of her friends, and that brings you any childhood nostalgia, just definitely share about that in the comments, because it definitely brings me a lot of childhood nostalgia. And if any of you guys have these dolls in your collection, or have any of the Disney Fairies dolls, definitely share about that as well. I was going to say, if you did enjoy, please give the video a like. Definitely, if you want to see any more fun doll content on my channel, subscribe to Erin's Dollhouse, and also check out my Instagram at Erin's Dollhouse. But other than that, like I said, that is it, guys. Have a great night. Bye.